Hey, whoo, connection's already messing up for me today. How are y'all? It is a Wednesday. Whoop, whoop, it's a Wednesday. Wine Wednesday for me. Oh, wait. Whoops, it's wine every day. My replay watchers, as you're hopping in, drop me a unicorn below so I know that you are watching. And if you're watching live, give me a hello below. Let me know that you are here. Drop me the little glitter emoji if you're watching me live. So replay watchers, drop me the unicorn. And if you're watching me live, drop me some glitter sparkle emojis. So I am going to talk to you about 5 mistakes that leaders make, bad leaders make to destroy their teams. I've got my notes. I don't want to miss anything. So there are 5 things that a leader does to make them a bad leader and that actually will destroy their team. So again, if you are hopping on, give me some glitter, throw me up some glitter. And if you, hey, how are y'all? Hey, Stephanie, hey, Kel, hey, Lee, hey, Glenda, hey, everyone. We are going to just jump right into it. So here is how to not motivate your team. Here is how to destroy a team in an instant. Here is how you are going to absolutely take your team to another level of yuck. Okay? That's my words. Quote the Jen. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Jennifer Stroman, hashtag glitter CEO. I am a work from anywhere soccer mama who loves all things magical, unicorns, glitter, sparkly stuff, rainbows, you name it, I love it. So do you motivate, encourage, and inspire your team? Do you? Do you actually make them feel great and make them want to work, or do you shut them down? Do you make them not want to work for you anymore? Do you make them want to quit? That is a question today that I'm going to jump right into. So 5 mistakes. If you're still with me, throw me up some hearts. I want to see some likes and hearts and wow faces come across my screen. Number 1. A bad leader will cut you down. They will give you snide remarks. They will be passive aggressive. Has anybody ever witnessed this behavior? Has anybody ever seen their leader in this, way? And I hope they're not. I hope you did not see them in this little costume of snide remarks and passive aggressive and cutting you down. But if you have ever seen that anywhere, let's see, drop me a 1 below. So this is number 1, is the snide remarks and cutting them down. And so this could be something that you say something, but it's really kind of ugly and maybe you didn't catch that it was ugly. Or maybe they're passive aggressive and they do things that are, passive aggressive. If you've ever had a leader be passive aggressive with you, drop me a 1. If you've ever known somebody to be passive aggressive or give those snide remarks or cut you down, drop me a 1 below. So if a leader is cutting someone down, if a leader is giving those snide remarks and being passive aggressive, they are a bad leader. That is not a way to motivate your team. That is not a way to inspire your team. That's not a way to encourage your team. That is a big no-no. Can I get an X? Let's not do that. Let's not cut people down. Let's not snide remarks. Let's not be passive aggressive. If you are that way, you will not grow. You may grow temporarily, but you will not grow ultimately and in the end. So give me an X if you're with me. Now, number 2, you are not available. You are not accessible. What do I mean by this? What I mean is you are not available or accessible. Bad leaders are not available to their team. Bad leaders are not accessible to their team. Your team does not feel like they can reach out to you. Your team feels like they have to schedule an appointment with you. Now, let me side note and say that people are busy, and as you become a top leader in companies, you do get busy and you do have to have a schedule and you do have to make appointments. I am not talking about that. I'm talking about, are you willing to be accessible to your team? Are you open to picking up a phone call in the middle of the day if you have the time? Are you willing to answer a text message if they're asking you a question? Now, I'm not talking about those people. You know, those ones on our team that message you for anything and everything that you could just direct them to the place that they need to find it. Not those that are not willing to learn, not those that are those people. I'm talking about just in general. You've got to be accessible. You've got to be available. And if you are not, and if the people on your team feel like you can't even, you're not approachable in any way, it's the best word I can do. If you're not approachable in any way, they feel like they have to schedule a time with you. Maybe they don't even invite you into their tribe per se. Maybe they don't even communicate with you or even know that you exist. And this is not just talking your upline. This is not just talking your direct sponsor, but also your upline. If you are not available to your team, if you are not accessible to your team, that is a great way for you to squash motivation and encouragement and inspiration within your team. If you are not available, if you are not approachable, if you are not accessible, your team will not want to work for you. Okay? So, if you agree with me, drop me a number 2. Have you ever had an upline or been in a company or known anybody that just makes themselves so inaccessible and so unavailable that you have not wanted to deal with them? Let's talk about this for just a second before I move on to number 3. Drop me another X below if you have ever experienced this. So let's say that you go to an insurance company and you want to talk to them and they got to do their thing and maybe they're busy and they schedule an appointment to talk to you and you get back with them. That's great. But seriously, like, if you were to go into the insurance company and they don't give you the time of day, do you want to work with that insurance company? No, you're going to leave. You're going to go find somebody else to work with. Same thing as an upline, as a leader. If you want your team to be motivated, if you want them to be encouraged, if you want them to be inspired, if you want them to actually work and get off their butts and do something, you are not going to do it by being unavailable and inaccessible. Okay? Now, number 3. Drop me a 3 if you're still with me. We are in it for ourselves and it shows. If you are in it for yourself, that's great. That's what everybody's in it for. When you join in this industry in network marketing, you are in it for yourself. It is all about what's in it for me. Now, when you are a leader, you've got to change that thought and you've got to be what's in it for everyone. Because what I'm in it for is not what they're in it for or they're in it for or that. You've got to be available to understand that you, and honestly be understanding that they are not in it for the same reasons as you. So if you are just in it for you and it's so obvious that you're in it for you and you are so arrogant and you are so aggressive and it's money, money, money and you are like, let's go, let's go, let's go, I need a bigger paycheck, that is a huge turnoff. Oh, seriously, drop me money bags below. Do you know those that are like absolute commission breath, who are just in it for themselves, who are running to make whatever promotions or make this bigger check or whatever? I get it. We're all looking for time freedom. We're all looking for financial freedom. We are all out there trying to be better, to inspire others, to empower women, to do all these things. Everyone has a reason why. We have a why for coming into this industry. But if you are absolutely 100% in it just for you and your team realizes that you are just in it for yourself and nobody else and you don't give a crap whether they grow or whether they are going to be up at the top with you, y'all, that is the best way for you to stop motivating your team, to stop inspiring your team, to stop encouraging your team and make them want to run for the hills. Let me have the little runner. Drop me the little runner below. They will make your team run for the hills if you are absolutely in it for yourself, and it shows. It shows. Don't do that. Don't do that. We all came here for a reason. We all joined this industry for a reason. We have a why. We have a reason for doing what we are doing. One of them is not to make everyone else feel like they have to work for us. Big no-no. Running guide, drop it below. Number 4. If you're still with me, hanging on, you want to know what number 4 is, drop me a number 4. And I want to see some hearts for this one because you are not loving them where they are. Yes, you are not loving them where they are. I want to see some hearts across the screen because there are leaders out there who do not love you where you are. They are not understanding. They don't give a crap what you're going through. They don't care whether or not you are just not at the level that they are. Maybe you didn't come in here to make this a career. Maybe you came in here to empower women. Maybe you came in here just because you wanted some gas money. Maybe you came in here for whatever reason. And they don't understand, and they make you do things that they want you to do, and they don't love you where you are. There is a difference. You know that whole, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Absolutely, 100%, I'm with you. But some horses don't want water. Don't make them. Don't make them. Y'all, that is one of the biggest mistakes that leaders make, to totally destroy their team and to lose motivation, encouragement, and inspiration, is not loving people where they are. Please give me some hearts below. Drop me your favorite color heart. Mine is the black heart. And let me know that you understand that if you want to be a good leader, you've got to love your people where they are. Number 5, and the final big mistake that bad leaders make to destroy their teams. Are you ready? Are you ready? Drop me a 5 below. Are you ready to hear the last one? This is my favorite. I have to say, I really love this unicorn. Should I stop for just a second and just admire the beauty of the unicorn? Drop me a 5 below if you're ready to hear the last major thing that bad leaders make, that mistake that they make to destroy their teams. Here we go. Number 5. They are a boss and not a leader. Woo! They are a boss and not a leader. Now you hear all the time, boss babe and boss this and all that. I love it. I love boss babe stuff. I'm not knocking it. But they are a boss. They are bossy. They are telling you what to do and not leading the way. They are telling you what should be done. The difference between a boss and a leader is just simply one thing. One thing. And I'll tell you what that one thing is. But first, let me explain to you that a boss is not somebody that we want as leaders. That is the biggest mistake that you can possibly make, is by being a boss. If you're telling your team what they need to be doing, how they need to be doing it, and why they're not succeeding, and why they can't do this, and it's this, and it's this, and it's this, and you're bossing, and you're bossing, they did not join corporate America. Oh, shocker. They are not in a job, okay? They did not go to work to get a paycheck and listen to someone breathing down their neck. Okay? So if a bad leader comes around, they will be bossy. They will tell you what to do. And the difference between a boss and a leader, I know that's what you really wanted to hear. Between a boss and a leader, a boss is going to get things done and tell you what to do to make it happen. And a leader is going to empower you. A leader is going to motivate you. A leader is going to inspire you. And a leader is going to lead, hence lead the way. They're not going to squash you. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to tell you what to do. And as I went through each of these, they're not going to be cutting you down. They're not going to give you snide remarks. They're not going to be passive aggressive with you. They're not going to be inaccessible to you. They're not going to be in it for themselves. They're not going to ignore the fact that you've got things going on. They're going to love you right where you are. And most importantly, they are going to empower and motivate you and not tell you what to do. Now, there's a difference in leading your team and telling your team what works and telling them what to do as far as how to inspire them and how to get where they want to be. You know the type I'm talking about, right? There's a difference. I'm not talking about just telling your team how to work, but I'm talking about those bossy women, those ones that are like, and pointing the finger. Those are not good people to be associated with. Those are bad leaders. I hope you enjoyed the 5 mistakes that a bad leader makes to destroy a team. If you found any value at all in this content, please hit the share button. It's right there. Hit the share button and tag your friends. And I hope you come back and watch me for another live. But if not, I hope you have an amazing Wine Wednesday. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. And this unicorn has got to go. Bye, y'all.